I'm going to start this video with one quick ippon clip before we get to newaza. I want to show you that she's just not a newaza fighter. She did a nice Ouchi in the semi-finals yesterday. So this is the longest newaza sequence in Hamada Shori's international judo career. So we see a familiar situation, attacking the turtle, looking to turn, and she's already achieved the turn. She's using the belt to control the arm so she can work on the guard pass. Now she's past the guard, but the opponent is able to belly down, so no pin is called for. So she needs to go back to this familiar hikomi gaishi, kimura gaishi position. Now she's starting to get past the legs. As she arrives and the osai komi count begins, the opponent's able to slide out behind. Very nice defense. Now Hamada wants to bring her hips over, but she can't because of the way the opponent was able to block her hips and keep behind her. But that opened up some space for her to slide the leg in, and we're back to where we began. Hamada this time working to open the guard and get the foot out. We can't see the legs, but she must be out as the referee begins the osai komi count. But the Brazilian again does a good job shrimping and hooking the leg to put Hamada back into the half guard. Now this time Hamada is able to pass, and there's going to be no recovery from this one. She's got the hips controlled from both sides. She's got the arm controlled. She never lets go of that belt grip during this entire sequence. The belt was wrapped over the Ude-gatame. So nice Yoko Shiho Gatame pin, and a great job defending by the Brazilian. So I want to look at this part one more time before we go and look at a clip with a familiar situation. So she's able to escape behind. She gets behind Hamada, controls Hamada's hips and pulls herself up using the grip she had on the pant leg. Hamada's got the belt control over the Brazilian's arm, which enables her to post on the mat and move back into hikomi gaishi. Let's look at another match where Hamada ends up in the Ude-gatame position with her opponent behind her. So her opponent is going to attempt an uranage. It doesn't score, but Hamada ends up on the bottom. Now we see her grab the belt, move into this familiar hikomi gaishi position. She's going to try again, but the opponent counters by holding Hamada's leg. So Hamada just turns towards the arm. She wants to raise her hips, but she can't, so she just sits out, moves into the Ude-gatame. Now let's look again. Hikomi gaishi off the belt grip. Looks for another hikomi gaishi. The opponent counters by holding onto the leg, so Hamada just turns towards the arm. She wants to lift her hips, but the opponent's sprawled out. But because she's sprawled out, Hamada is able to sit out and finish with an Ude-gatame. Before we get into the final newaza win, I want to ask a question. I want to know why mate was called in this situation here. You can see from the clock that mate is not called until after Hamada initiates this attack. I don't understand why the referee didn't allow that one to continue. Now the final sequence in this match shows Hamada pinning from this position that we saw the Brazilian girl escape from earlier. So in this one, the opponent, as you could see, was already quite tired, so she doesn't have as much energy to escape. So Hamada, with a drop seoinage into this hikomi gaishi, you can see how she twists that belt to maximize the leverage she has when she's pulling with the hikomi gaishi. This opponent is basically pancaking, sort of flattening out. So Hamada just goes to the arm directly. And now she gets the turn. And so this time she's able to hold the pin from this position. I think the Portuguese girl was a lot more tired than the Brazilian girl. The Brazilian girl had obviously scouted that this was a potential pinning position for Hamada. Was able to react well by sliding behind Hamada in this position. So I hope you enjoyed that one. I'm gonna do more on Hamada Shori soon. The IJF has started taking down a lot of their old judo clips. I really wanted to use a clip of Tsukasa Yoshida escaping from a Sabrina Filtz-Mosa Kimura. So if anybody out there has that clip and wants to send me a link, please do so. That was one of a few clips I wanted to use to make a video on a different aspect of Hamada Shori's Ude-gatame Kimura control. As I don't have that Yoshida escape clip, I think I might focus on a different aspect of Hamada Shori's judo next time I make a video on her. I'm also looking for a clip of Hamada versus Yoon from 2014. Subscribe for more non-stop newaza.